Hello and welcome to this amazing video. I have to So yesterday I did a video. I recorded a video. Today is 13th of July. थोड़ा सा और okay. Yesterday I recorded a video on 12th of July 2022. Thank you so much for coming in. By the way, to this video, mics are placed here. The highlight is here. So yesterday I recorded a video which was named 6 reasons why they don't invest in you, your courses, your communities, etc. And a branch of that, one of the points that I discussed over there, the second point was one of the reasons why they don't invest in your courses is going to be because your courses, you and the community that you're promoting is none of the priority. So we are going to talk about that in this one video. By the way, thank you so much. Welcome. This is Fazil. If you're back to the channel, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome to this exciting introvert entrepreneurial journey. Now, we're going to take 5 ways to make your courses their priority. So this is going to be the branch of that video. So if you haven't seen that, you watch that, it'll be like a sequel to this one, like part 2. Priority part. Anyways, thanks so much. The first and foremost reason is going to be results they will reap. So how can you make one of the biggest challenges that you can face anyway is going to be fighting your own battles and letting them know, okay, how can this pen is going to be a priority. So this is like the brush pen that I'm using, and how can this brush pen and your introvert entrepreneurship journey is going to be 1000% beneficial to you. How can not just be beneficial to you, that's different word altogether. How can I make it a priority piece? So beneficial is more on the lines of relevancy. It might not be a priority. How can you put this from relevancy based all the way to the priority? So if I can do this for you, you can sell really great. So these are the reasons, these are ways you can put your word across. So point number 1 is results. Point number 1 is like let them know the results they will reap. Cool. Now when we talk about results, it has to be on a daily basis. It has to be on a tangible basis. LT method. So how do you do this? Let them know. Be vocal about it. Tell them, okay, these are the results you're going to benefit. Not just after 3 months, not just after 2 months, not just after like even a week later, but if you just start watching and looking at the courses and start learning the courses from today onwards. What can be the result tomorrow? What can be the result day after tomorrow? What can be the result after that? So you're talking about the daily results. This is going to be a lot of work on your side because you're not just going to put across just random thing that's going to benefit them, but then you're going to create something, craft something, script something, record, edit, publish something that is going to benefit them on a daily basis. Okay, I'm going to teach you this today. That's going to give you this one result. So for example, this one video, if you watch this video, by the end of the video you will know how can you prioritize, how can you put the words across to your audiences, to your members, to whoever you're pitching, so that your courses becomes a priority. So that this is the promise this is the result that I'm promising you to the end of the video. So what can you be creating on a daily basis? One. The second point, not the second point, the sub point of the first point, subcategory of the first point is going to be tangible results. What can be the tangible results? Now, tangible results might not be daily. Tangible results can be on a weekly basis. Like, okay, you're helping me lose weight. Okay, what can I expect the weight to be reduced on a weekly basis? If you're helping me learn calligraphy ABCD in a specific font, okay, what can I be achieving towards the end of the week? Okay, I'll be able to write A in like 4 different methods. Like I'm going to write A separate alphabets, and then A bold letter like this. A is A the bold letter, A the cursive letter, A small, and A big capital. So I'm going to learn this just A by the end of this week, 7 days. So that's the tangible result they are taking. So think about what your superpower is and how can you bring in the daily results as well as the tangible results on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. Now they need to know this. If you don't say them this, they don't know this. Though you have subconsciously you're going to say like this is going to benefit them, but then bring that on the picture and tell them this is what you're going to take. Cool. The second point is results, their benefits, their family will benefit. Now you are leveraging what they are going to benefit on a daily basis, on a tangible basis. Now how can you bring in, it's like if you learn calligraphy, cool, how will the family is going to benefit out of this? Okay, I've kind of listed on a couple of points which is going to give you a wider perspective. Point number 1 is, now when I start learning calligraphy, I'm going to spend more time with family. I'm getting, if I am working out on a daily basis, if you're teaching me how to work out on a daily basis, I'm going to spend more time with my family. Now, when you say time, how can my workout is relevant to even time? So if I'm working out and keeping myself physical body in check, I'm not going to go lazy. I'm not going to go out of breath when I'm playing with kids and stuff. So that way, I'm going to spend more time with the family. Another example that I've got, like, you can give them more space, so that you can play with you, can help them out. You've got like so much of time and space. Second, you've got more free time. Now, if you are fat, for example, if I am fat, I've got no energy to put out. I'm going tired very easily. I cannot go help people out. I cannot go buy groceries. I cannot go buy shopping. I cannot go just spend time with my family because I'm too fat. I cannot walk. You're getting the point, right? So space, time, free time, family time. Family time is going to be extremely important. Fifth one is learning something together. So if you're into painting and you're teaching me painting, and how can this painting, if I'm learning painting and if this is benefiting me out, how can this also benefit my family? When you are taking your own sessions with me, ask me as a student, ask me, okay, bring someone who you love the most in the whole family, so, and bring someone, and we are learning and doing painting together. So my way of doing things is different, the other person's way of doing things is different, so you're bringing the family ties together. This is going to be a very unique point. I didn't realize it's really very powerful. Third point is results on the long-term basis. It's not just on a daily basis, but then what you accumulate and what you do consistently on a daily basis, which will have a long-term effect. Just like the way you save like 50 rupees on a daily basis, like forget about the incomes that you're making, just 50 rupees on a daily basis, just 100 rupees on a daily basis, just a percent of your whatever revenue that you make on a daily basis. When you start accumulating that, you can see, like after 6 months you might not see the result, 2 years you might not see the result, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, there's something called compounding effect. It's like snowball effect that will start to come into the picture. So talk to them about the long-term benefit of learning calligraphy, for example. Now, if I just learn calligraphy, now this is a skill that I'm acquiring, and businesses are just about solving problems. Now that I've learned this one skill, how can I start helping people out who needs this skill? Because now I've got like 1 step ahead, or maybe 10 steps ahead than where they actually are. So based on the long-term effort, how can I collaborate with people? How can I get different jobs across the world? How can I do workshops and consult people who are starting to learn this skill? So you can start business out of this. You can create communities out of this. You can do jobs. You can be a consultant. Think about the long term. Any skill that you acquire, like one of the skills, I'm going to give you my small example. Whenever myself, the way I operate things is like, okay, the scuba diving in Maldives, one of my friends recently visited, and he said, Fazal, they charge $200 for 30 minutes. Okay, so the way I comprehended it, okay, that's $200 is what? It's too expensive. What would be a different approach to this thing? Would the long term mindset, the way you start thinking long term, things start changing for you. Like, okay, for the 200, okay, one time is cool. That's for 30 minutes, and you cannot even survive 30 minutes. You'll be training, and you're not used to it. Give that lung capacity and stuff. That's what he said. Now, the other way around is, what if I learn scuba diving and I get certified and I get a license of scuba diving? Then probably it's going to cost me like $500 to do the whole process. Then I buy a kit of say $200. That's $700. And then whenever I go to places where they allow scuba diving, I don't need 30 minutes. I don't need anyone to support me because I know the stuff right now. So I might as well go by myself to the spots, to the places, and enjoy by myself. I can be there for 2 minutes, I can be there for 2 hours. Who cares? I'm going to do it myself. Point number 1. Point number 2, when you acquire that skill, the long-term basis, when you start thinking the long-term basis, okay, now that you are a scuba diver, licensed approach, you've got the license, you've got certificate, you've got authority because you've learned it. Instead of just going and enjoying for like 30 minutes for spending 2 hours, which is 30 minutes, you spend like $700-800 already, which is going to cost you 4 times of that 130 minutes. It's going to be expensive, but think about the long term. Now, when you acquire this skill, now when you go to such places, you can be the scuba instructor for the tourist that comes and pays $200 for that 30 minutes. Might as well do that. how much experience you're going to get over a period of time. So that's what, when you're talking to people, how can you make a priority your courses? The priority is to talk to them about the long-term results that they're going to achieve. Long-term results. You're going to talk about short-term, the daily results, tangible results, and then you talk about the families, and then you talk about the long-term results. You bring in these four things. Forget about next two parts. When you bring in these four elements, think about how impactful and from relevant content of you is going to go to the pre-read content. Cool. Point number 4. Now, since we talk about the results, they're going to be effect. Now, the other rest of the 2 points we are going to talk about. If not this, cool. If they don't go for these courses, how is that going to start affecting their life in a different manner? So, point number 1 over here is the 4th point anyway. Is how will that affect them negatively? So, if you are not going to work out on a daily basis, no matter. Like you're just talking about HIIT for like 5 minutes. If you are not able to give your body, yourself on a daily basis 5 to 10 minutes, think about the negative consequences that I'm going to gain or you're going to gain. Like list down all the negative aspects. The daily negative aspects, the tangible negative aspects, and the long-term negative aspects. You can bring in these things. Okay, this is a great point. Daily, tangible, and long term. D together. This kind of came expression as well. It up. Cool. So, how can this be negative to them? The daily, the tangible, and the long term negative aspects. So, we spoke about the positive, not the negative. And the final point that we're going to talk about is how will that. How will that? If not this, how will this is going to affect their family ties on a long term basis? If you are not working out on a daily basis, if you're not doing calligraphy on a daily basis or a regular basis, if you're not learning reading on a daily basis, if you're not learning coding on a daily basis, if you're not learning a language on a daily basis, how is this going to affect the long-term ties with your own family, with your own brothers, with whom you're very close with? If this, for example, if I want to build a business and I'm not building a business because I just want a recurring income and the security of the whole world. Now, over a period of 10 years, maybe 15 years, I'm going to struggle because I had that passion back in the day. Just because I just did not kind of suppress that emotion and went for the job. For example, typical example, that one typical job, though I made money, we have security, we roamed the world, we traveled, we had vacations, we had a good time, but then I'm not really happy with it. So if you're not really very happy with it, it's definitely going to start radiating in your own personal life, in your own personal relationships life. So this, when you bring in these 5 things into the pictures, like you show them, okay, these are the benefits that you're going to have. These are the negative aspects of not getting inside the gurus that you're going to face on a long-term basis. I don't have a problem. This is something that I've faced. This is something that I've brought up in front of you. So when you bring in these things are something that's going to bring you, your community, your courses, a priority into their own lives. So this video is going to wrap up over here. We spoke about a lot of really cool stuff. Not the priority. So you need to be watching the previous video that I recorded. I'm going to say that again because there's going to be an important 6 reasons why they don't invest in you, your courses, or your community. So that's the name of the previous record. That's the previous video recorded. And one of the points that I also wanted to make a video on from the previous video was the 6th point that I shared in that video was you yourself don't value your own efforts. The next video that I'm going to record, that we are recording on 30th of July, is going to be 7 ways to value your own efforts while building your courses, course strategies for introvert entrepreneurs. So that's something that I'm going to record the next video. So see that first, previous video, and the next one. Then you know exactly why people are not investing in your courses, and with that, how you are unable to make videos. Money, transactions, payments. Cool. Thanks so much for making this video. May peace and blessings be upon you and your loved ones. See you in that cool video.